These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest. It's time to achieve your financial ambitions. Earn more on your savings with a SoFi Bank high-yield savings account, ditch your high-interest credit card debt with a SoFi personal loan, or start investing on an easy-to-use platform with SoFi Invest. Wherever you are on your financial journey, SoFi's got you covered. Learn more at SoFi.com/SXM.
Hey weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Elena.
And this is Morbid.
It's morbid.
Morbid. Hello.
We're here.
How are ya?
You're here. We're all here.
We're here and we're queer.
At least one of us is.
You're pretty weird.
I'm queer adjacent.
Queer adjacent.
So I think today I know what the case is because Ash warned me ahead of time because she's a loving human being.
Yeah.
This is a gnarly one.
Yeah.
So we just want to warn you ahead of time.
Yeah, this involves sexual assault and abuse, and
Kids.
It is of a young child.
Yeah,
so
it's
if that's
kids.
not your jam, then I will see you for Saturday.
I am not psyched.
I know, but I do feel
not
like
psyched.
it was like an important case
It
to
is
be told.
Oh, every case is an important case to be told. So it's as gnarly as it is, and how much I don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
You gotta do it.
You got to do it. And actually, because I was like, oh, we're doing a child murder case. Crazy. And then I was thinking about something somebody tweeted at us recently. I think it was like yesterday.
Yeah.
And I started looking into it and I was like, holy shit. So this is way like super new, ongoing. But I figured it was worth mentioning because we definitely want to follow this. Mm-hmm. In Lancaster in California, this 34-year-old father of, I believe, 4. He has a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 8-year-old, and a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
He's a personal trainer. He was doing like Zoom personal training sessions.
Yeah.
Suddenly he doesn't show up for his Zoom sessions. And his clients are like, that's weird.
He always shows up on time.
He always shows up on time. He would never not show up. Well,
they're like, maybe he was murdered.
They found out he had decapitated his 12 and 13-year-olds, a son and a daughter, put them in their bedrooms, And then his other two kids, his 8 and 9-year-old, he showed them the bodies.
Yeah.
Then for 5 days, kept them in their bedrooms with no food.
With no food? I
With
didn't
no,
read
like,
that
locked
part.
them in their bedrooms with no food after seeing their decapitated siblings.
What the fuck?
For 5 days.
And then so because he missed the Zoom,
That's how they discovered
workouts?
that something was weird. But I guess somebody thought it was like a gas leak or something at first, and that's why they showed up. And boom,
Wow.
that's what they should. And I guess there is a woman that they found in the house as well, and they assume she's the mother. I guess she's being questioned as well, but they don't think she had obviously anything to do with it. She might have been a victim as well.
Wow.
So obviously this is very new, very ongoing.
Super
That's
fresh.
Yeah, but I just wanted to mention it because holy shit.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then you wonder, like, this is the thing that, like, this, like, it's so hard. Like, this lockdown and everything, it's so necessary, but it's so hard for, like,
Yeah.
people who are dealing with abusive households, people who are fragile mentally, anyways. Like, this is tough.
It
That's
is.
why
It's a lot.
let's roll out that vaccine.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's do it. But yeah, this is one of those situations where it's like, oh God, I can't imagine what that household was like.
I know.
Especially before this, because it couldn't have been a happy house to begin with.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Things like that, it's always like a lead up.
And it's being exasperated because I think people were saying they were going through financial issues and stuff. So this
Always.
is all just a big old mess.
But it's like decapitated. And why?
Decapitated.
It's very I can't find the right word, but it's very strange that only 2 of them were
that's-
killed in such a gruesome manner. And then the
Yeah.
other 2 and potentially the mom were just like, I wouldn't say untouched, but
Well, and they were like starved and held,
Right.
and it's like, what was he planning on doing?
I don't know. And then to think that he's just like working out on Zoom while
Yeah.
there's his decapitated children are in his home.
It's very strange.
That's terrifying.
It's a strange, weird, scary story that I just had to mention because it was just like blowing my mind.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's another true crime case like unfolding right now, and a ton of people have been tweeting us about that one too. And it's this Instagram influencer,
yeah.
Alexis Sharkey. They just found her nude body on the side of the road, I believe in
Yeah.
Texas, and she left the Friday after Thanksgiving. She went missing, and then they found her nude body on the side of the road. And they like haven't ruled foul play out, but they also haven't said definitively like she was murdered.
Yeah, it seems like some things with that case are being kind of held.
Yeah.
Because there's some shadiness happening.
There's definitely some shadiness. They always look at the boyfriend first, of course. And
Well, you
actually, she
gotta,
was
yeah.
married, so the husband.
You got to look at the spouse
Yeah.
or whoever they're in a romantic relationship
So
with first.
he's saying, like, she's my world, she's my everything, la-di-da-do. But I guess some friends, I was just reading a People magazine article, but her friends were saying that they were having financial and marital troubles.
I mean, that raises red flags.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's like you got to know you're going to be the first
That's the
person they
thing.
look at, and if you act even slightly shady, you're going to raise a ton of red flags.
With that being said, I watched Gone Girl the other night because after we
Oh,
did
that's a great movie.
It is. After we did the Angela Diaz story, everybody kept being like, "Oh my god, this has
Yes.
Gone Girl vibes," and I was like, "I need to watch
it does.
that." And
Had you not seen it?
No, I have.
Oh, I was like,
I've seen it like so many
so
times.
good.
But I hadn't seen it for a long time, and Annie had never seen it. So I showed it to her, and at the end, I turn and look at her, and she's like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" She's like, "Can we watch Drag Race now?"
She's like, please don't Gone Girl me.
I do not have that capability,
No.
and I could never slit Neil Patrick Harris's throat.
No, who could?
Freaking Amy.
Freaking Amy. That's who could.
Amazing Amy.
Amazing Amy.
All
That's
right.
a great movie,
Oh,
guys.
so good. Go watch it. It's on
Oh,
Amazon.
There's some good movies coming out on like Amazon and stuff and like
Yeah.
on demand now because obviously no movie theaters.
Seriously.
Which I personally love because movie theaters, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more and more germophobic even without COVID.
Yeah.
So movie theaters always gave me like a real vibe of like
Yeah.
lice and like other things. Like I'm always very terrified of like the headrest.
Yeah. I
Because
guess
it's just you don't know.
But now
You
most
just
of them,
don't know.
I know you can probably like lice can chill on leather, but I feel a little bit better now that they're the leather seats instead of those like old cloth ones.
Oh, the cloth ones. I'm
those
like,
were a moment.
get out of here. That's
But those
too
like
much.
recliny leather ones, I miss the movie theaters so much.
Yeah.
I miss the cinema.
I did always like to, John and I for our anniversary would always go because we never go to the movies.
the luxe level.
We used to go when we were dating all the time, but since then it's declined slowly. And we would go to the Lux level, get the food,
Oh my
get
God.
a drink.
The popcorn on the Lux level tastes different. It's better.
Just different. It's a
Lux.
bougie. It's a bougie popcorn.
Yeah.
And for our anniversary, like, we don't know how this started, but we just started seeing like disaster end of the world flicks on our anniversary.
You truly did.
And it just started, and then we just made it a tradition. We
Yeah.
see like Godzilla.
I love that.
Like just any like, and there was one with The Rock, and now of course I can't remember what. Oh, it was San Andreas. That one was
okay.
awesome.
It's all movies that I would never go
The
see.
whole world ending, some crazy earthquake that's just like destroying the planet.
That's so funny because I fucking hate those movies.
It is, and we always like halfway through the like we'll be quoting like before the lines come. We're
Yeah.
like, we always know some scientist is gonna go, "Mother of God," and take off his glasses. And then at the end of San Andreas, it was perfect because
God.
like, spoiler alert, it came out like years ago, so
Yeah.
whatever. But at the end of it, like chaos has ensued throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, one of the survivors looks at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson,
yes.
of course, and says, "What do we do now?"
Oh,
and John
God.
literally goes, "We rebuild." And then he goes, "Rebuild." And I was like, "You nailed it!"
I
was
love
like,
it.
That was my favorite moment ever. Was "We rebuild."
I feel like I remember you're like hanging out with you the next day and you telling me that. Like,
I was
that is
so,
a real ass
I was
story.
so impressed.
I love
so
that.
impressed.
See, whenever Annie and I go to the movies, we don't have a specific genre that we pick, but Annie has like a very different like movie taste than I do.
Yeah.
And so it will be like, oh, it's your turn to pick, and then it's my turn. So we just see like the most ridiculous movies.
Oh, yeah.
If you put them all on a page
Because you're
together.
covering just a wide net.
We once went to see freaking the Christopher Robin movie.
Oh yeah.
Annie literally
When you
started
told me that, I was
sobbing
like, "No, thank
through
you."
the entire thing, and your girl fell asleep. Annie's sobbing. Hello.
Oh, I have a landline now.
This has happened before, I think.
Sorry, everybody.
Who is it? Who the fuck calls a landline?
Why is there a landline in my laundry room is what I want to know.
Probably just a telemarketer.
No one's going to answer that. I just want to be real about that.
Yeah.
And it's too far away for me to shut it off, so I'm sorry, everybody.
Let's just keep bantering through this. People are going to be like, wow, that's a long fucking intro.
It certainly is.
I'm like, well, Jake from State Farm is calling, so please hold.
yeah. You know what? We're just going back. We're going back to our roots real quick and having a 10-minute intro.
Sometimes I miss them. Sometimes I'm like, today at work, I ordered a venti vanilla iced chai and I spilled it. Oh my God.
Those were the best
Like,
ones.
people were like, who gives a fuck? Ash, shut up.
But these were all relevant, I feel.
Yeah, these were.
And it's just me, like, delaying the inevitable of getting to this case.
I was literally just going to ask you. I'm like, are you just trying to like put this off?
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Here we are. We're going to start.
Yeah. So if you...
Let's get this going.
I know some people skip over the intro, so I just want to quickly say again, this case is about a child, and it does involve sexual abuse, rape, and assault. So if that's not your jam, see you on Saturday.
Which it shouldn't be your jam.
No.
If it is your jam, seek some help.
Seek help.
Please. But yeah. But if you don't,
Yeah, that was a really poor choice of words.
it's not your jam.
That's not your jam sesh, man. Just go jam somewhere else. No, I'm sorry. I'm a horrible person. All right, so let's get serious.
Let's get into a state of depression.
Yay.
Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Every bold journey starts with a decision to go. And if you're ready, the Defender is too. This is a vehicle built for more, whether you're heading off the grid or just getting out of town for the weekend. Defender is a true icon reimagined for a new generation. Its rugged exterior is built from durable materials and tested in the toughest conditions. Inside, it's modern, functional, and refined, with smart storage and premium touches that keep you comfortable wherever the road leads. It's packed with tech like 3D surround cameras, clear sight ground and rear views, driver assist features, and an intuitive infotainment system. With 3 models, the Defender 90, 110, and 130, there's a Defender for every kind of adventure, from city streets to remote trails. This is a vehicle that, like you, is capable of great things. Explore the full Defender lineup at LandRoverUSA.com.
So, Sarah Haley Foxwell was born on May 18th, 1998 in Salisbury, Maryland. And I Googled how to say that, so if I'm wrong, blame Google and not me.
She did. I heard it.
Thank you. So, Sarah was the middle child in a really big family, and her nickname was Haley Bug.
Oh, okay. Just kill me now.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Because like I said, her middle name was Haley, so they'd call her Haley Bug. Sarah's mom said that she was like the referee in the family. She would always like break up any like arguments between people because she just wanted people to be happy all the
She's
time.
the mediator.
And she was always trying to make other people happy. She was always happy. Like her mom said no matter how hard her day had been, that she was smiling through it all. And
Oh, good.
yeah. So when she turned 11, she started 6th grade. She just wanted to be called Sarah. She was like, no more Haley Bug. My fucking name is Sarah.
Yeah, she's evolving as a human being.
She is.
She's like, call me Sarah.
You know when you get to 6th grade, you're like, cut my weird nickname. Like,
Yeah, like I'm being serious now.
yeah, like it's just Sarah.
I'm Sarah.
So she was getting older. Like I said, she didn't need her nickname, but she was still sweet. And even though the difficulty she and her family were going through, she was sweet through it all. But the family was definitely having a difficult time. Sarah and her siblings were living with their mom's sister, Amy, and their grandpa in 2009 because Jennifer, the mom, was having a really tough time, but she was still going to be spending Christmas with them.
Okay.
So it's kind of vague exactly what was going on, but put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
And Jennifer, I got a lot of information from Crime Watch Daily, it was like a little YouTube video, but she told them she remembered that she was trying to work overtime to make sure everyone what they asked for Christmas that year. Aww. And she told Crime Watch Daily that Sarah wanted a pair of Chuck Taylors.
Oh.
And that she didn't know what they were. She was like, I didn't know what they were, but I had to get them. But I was like, how fucking rad is this little girl? She wants some Chucks. I'm actually, oh my gosh, I'm wearing my Chucks right now.
I love that.
So on the night of December 22nd, 2009, Sarah and her siblings were dressed in their Christmas PJs.
Okay.
Having pizza for dinner and just like goofing around the house, like getting ready for Christmas, talking about how excited they were. Ugh. And around 9 o'clock, it was time for bed. So Sarah and her little sister Emma literally skipped down the hallway. Like her aunt remembers that they skipped down the hallway to their bedroom. Now the house was like an older barn house, but it was converted into like a home, actually kind of like our house that we grew up in.
Good.
But I think it was one floor. From looking at it, it seemed like it was. I'm not totally sure. It also doesn't matter at all. But so
it's also not relevant.
It's also not even slightly relevant. me just like going off track just to like
let's talk about something else.
I'm like the bedroom. So there, like I said, their bedroom was down a hallway, at the end of the hallway next to the back door. So
okay,
yeah. Now
that freaks me out.
Me too.
Like having a
door
near, like it's fine.
Like an exit.
I don't want it near my bedroom, but if it's between my bedroom and the kids' bedroom, it's going to be next to my bedroom.
Yeah, I feel like
given the choice.
Yeah,
if I have a choice.
Yeah, based on everything I know about true crime, I'm just like literally never put your kids near an exit.
No, don't do it.
Nowhere
near.
As much as it would make sense, like God forbid there was ever a fire or anything, they could get out first. But I feel like true crime is more likely to happen than a fire.
And it's like, I would not be able to relax for even a second, knowing that there was a door near my children.
No, I feel like putting your children to bed in general, like you don't ever relax because you're constantly just like, are you breathing?
Yeah.
But
like I'm going to have a monitor on my kids till I think they're like approximately 16.
I don't blame you. Like kids are like really precious.
They're precious cargo, guys.
And you're fucking in charge of them. That is like the biggest like woe of life is like when you have a kid, it's like, oh shit, like I have to be really careful with you.
Yeah. Like I have to keep you alive.
Yeah,
I have
breathing.
to keep you thriving.
Right?
I have to nourish you. I have to nurture you.
I have to teach the shit out of you.
I have to teach you literally everything you will ever know.
I have to teach you the English language, and I can barely do it.
It's a lot.
It is.
But it's great, but it's a lot.
It is. So these
doors
girls
freak me out.
Were skipping down the hallway to the bedroom next to the back door. Oh, so sad. Now, all the doors and windows were locked that night. Like, tight. As the rest of the house went to bed, they locked all the doors and everything, and everybody went to bed. Now, something wasn't quite right the next morning when I believe the grandpa went to go wake up the kids to get them ready for school. And then he went to Aunt Amy and was like, Sarah's not in her...
This was Christmas Eve, right?
No, it was December 22nd.
Oh, December 22nd. I thought it was.
Okay. So he said he was waking them up for school.
Okay.
And he went to Amy and he was like, Sarah's not in her bed. Like, have you seen her like throughout the house? And Amy was like, no. So they start like ransacking the house looking for Sarah. They're looking outside and they can't find her anywhere.
Panic.
And then Amy goes to the bathroom like just to check that out and realizes that Sarah's green toothbrush is missing.
That, I don't know why, that sends fucking chills down my spine.
You know why? And because I was talking about it to myself because of who I am as a person. Something so like, because that's a very like mundane task, brushing your teeth. Like,
Yes.
that's just something you do every morning,
A
every night
routine
without
thing.
thinking. For that, like little, and it's very innocent, like a little girl's green toothbrush, for that to be missing
Yeah.
from it just like, it's very unsettling.
And it tells a lot about intentions,
yeah.
like a lot about what was going on
Yep.
here. And it's not something I want to even
Think
let
about.
my mind wander into.
No.
It's a dark place.
'Cause
That brings you into a dark place.
And we can kind of talk about it a little bit after, because you never really find out exactly like why her toothbrush was gone, but we can kind of talk about it amongst
yeah, we can kind of,
me and you. I'm like amongst ourselves, all of us here.
we can infer.
So the other thing was that Sarah's shoes and her coat were still in the house. So that was weird.
Yeah.
So Amy immediately called her sister Jennifer and was like, Sarah's nowhere to be found. But other than that, all of her important things, except for the toothbrush, are here. So like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what's going on. So right off the bat, Jennifer was like, something is wrong here, obviously. But also, it was 25 degrees out, 2 days out from Christmas, and it had been snowing. So where had Sarah gone without a jacket and without shoes?
Nowhere good.
Nowhere good. So Jennifer headed out to the house and the police got called like right away. Now, when the police arrived on scene, they started searching in the house, outside of the house, like just like looking for any sign of Sarah. And they double checked like all the doors and the windows, because Amy was like, no, like they were all shut tight. Like every door and window, I double check them every single night.
Yeah.
Whoa, that just scared the shit out of
Sorry
me.
for that siren if you heard it.
So they looked for any sign of a break-in, and all the doors and windows were locked, just like Amy told them. So they're going through and they're checking every single one, and they get to the back of the house, and the door just opens.
Oh.
The back door just opens right up, like it was unlocked.
But
So
she knew that it was locked the night before.
she knew that it was locked the night before because she locked it herself. She was like,
Can you even
Jesus
fathom? Oh my God, why the world is trying to get in contact with us.
seriously.
But can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, I know I say this all the time. I
do
think
too.
people always say it like you say, can you imagine all the
We
time.
both do.
But how can you not? Like, how,
well, when you're telling these stories, you have to put yourself
you
there.
immediately, your mind goes to,
Yeah.
like, holy shit, what if this was me? And on it, if my brain didn't go there, I feel like I would be officially desensitized from everything.
Honestly, it
if I
shows that
didn't-
you're an empath.
you have to put yourself, especially when you have like kids or family, people you love.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Anybody
say
you
loved
love.
ones.
Just loved ones in general.
Yeah.
Knowing you locked that door
And
the
then
night
having it be
before, and
unlocked.
then just going to open it and click, it just opens.
You're like-
because that's your safety net at first. Even though she's gone,
Mm-hmm.
in her head, she's probably sitting there thinking, "I locked that door, so no one came in here because I locked that door."
Exactly.
And as soon as it clicks open, it's like,
Well,
there it
fuck.
goes. There goes any hope of this didn't happen.
It's like in How I Met Your Mother, except like completely different, but when the glass
I
shatters.
was like, what? Yeah, it's so true. All of a
Right?
sudden, that like perfect little like
Image.
just naive, blissful ignorance, just
Gone.
oh,
So they're like, okay, you said you locked all the doors, but this one's wide open. And she's like, no, like there's no reason that should be open. And then she kind of trails off and she's like, she's like, there's a spare key, or like, I don't know if they asked her, but she was like, I keep a spare key on the porch under this like little garden decoration. So they went to go check and see if the spare key was still there, and they were met with an empty slab of porch underneath. So the spare key is gone.
I'm a big proponent of no spare keys outside.
I'm also a big proponent of literally
I'm
no spare
just one of
keys.
those.
Keep it, if anything, like keep it in your car.
Yeah,
Like,
I just
just
if I can't get in the house, that's one thing.
no,
I don't
exactly.
want anyone else getting in there.
So now they realize whoever was with Sarah not only knew where the spare key was hidden, but also knew exactly which bedroom to go into. Because remember, there's a lot of kids in this house, and they went to that
And they
exact
took
bedroom.
one specific child.
Exactly, because like I was just gonna say, remember, she shares the bedroom with her sister Emma.
Oh yeah.
But this person, whoever took her, just wanted Sarah.
Oh, that's even worse.
So that goes to show this is somebody that you know.
Yeah.
So that's super weird. And then on top of that all, everyone was super confused that somebody had come into the house, because now the police are like, well, somebody must have come in here. Like, who do you know that knows where your spare key is? But they're like, the dog didn't bark.
Oh.
So this is like
somebody who's very familiar.
Yeah, solidifying the fact that this is somebody who's been around this family for a while.
Wow.
And the police explained that, like, whoever they were searching for totally knew this family and specifically had targeted Sarah. They were like, whoever this is has, like, a fascination with Sarah.
Holy shit.
So at that point, they put out a statewide Amber Alert, and police started searching for her 24/7, just hoping that they'd be able to get her home for Christmas. Because remember, at this point, she had gone to sleep on the 22nd. This is the 23rd now, so we're, like, not far from Christmas at all. So the sheriff, whose name is Mike Lewis, encouraged people to search their properties on their own and tie a little yellow ribbon around their mailbox if they had searched and, like, nothing had come up. And he went to do a helicopter ride just, like, pretty quickly after he made that announcement. And he said the entire community was lit up with yellow ribbons.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. So everybody
was searching.
Which was, like, a touching but haunting reminder that she was still out there waiting to be found.
Ugh.
So every officer they had was working around the clock, and almost, like, all of them were working. And there were special dogs that got brought in. Law enforcement across the country swooped in to help. There were people who had come all the way from North and South Dakota ready to, like, search for Sarah.
Holy shit. I mean, when a child is taken out of their bed
in the middle of the night,
that shit is so beyond nightmarish.
Yeah, that will rock a fucking nation.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. So the family was all stationed at the house just waiting to find anything out. And again, like I said, there's other kids in this house. They still have to take care of these other kids.
Oh my God. I would never.
How are you even mentally capable at that point? Like,
how do you ever sleep in a different room than your child after that?
I don't know.
I would literally be like, you're sleeping in my bed.
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
And, like, I'm never letting you go.
Like, I don't know how I give these parents and, like, guardians so much credit for like being able to
continue on this. I know. Well, and they're just sitting there like, who do we know that has the spare key? Who would have, like, taken Sarah?
Her.
Like, who has a weird fascination with her? I can't think of anybody. Now, while that's going on, Sarah's little sister Emma, who, by the way, was 6 years old, and she's the one that she shared the room with, she comes over to her grandma, who's at the house, like, with the whole family, and tugs on her nightgown. And she says, I have a secret.
Oh, no. Oh,
so,
she's 6.
She's 6, and she says, I have a secret.
Baby.
And the grandma leans down, and Emma whispers to her that she knows who took Sarah.
Oh my God.
She said a man was in the room that night and woke her up, but she pretended to be sleeping because she was scared. But she heard everything that he said to Sarah and knew exactly who he was. She said, I saw them talking, and then I saw them leave. And she said he was wearing blue jeans, white sneakers, and an orange coat, and his name was Mr. Tommy.
I hate this so much.
This case is so fucked. Now, we're going to talk about who Mr. Tommy was.
Oh, no.
So, Thomas Leggs was a well-known name in this community, especially to the police. This dude is, like, an absolute monster. So, again, warning, if you don't want to hear about some gruesome shit, now's your chance.
And we're going to be real hard on this guy, so that if that upsets you, maybe don't listen.
That shouldn't upset you, but whatever. So he was a registered sex offender, not only in Maryland, but also in Delaware. And he had previously been sentenced to 7 years in prison for the 4th-degree rape of a teenage girl. Now, she's listed as being either 16 or 17 years old at the time she was attacked. Somehow, they let this motherfucker out early on good behavior after serving 6 months of his fucking sentence.
Come on.
6 months of a 7-year sentence for raping a 16 or 17-year-old girl.
And I'm sorry. You're good in prison.
Yeah,
so you get out early, even though, like, that doesn't prove that you don't have these compulsions anymore.
Well,
like,
and I'm sorry, like, to be really blunt here, but there's no little girls walking around prison.
Exactly.
Obviously, he's being good. He can't do what he does best. Like, fucking disgusting.
Come on, man.
So, obviously, that letting him out ended up being a huge mistake because he landed himself right back in prison, this time on charges of a 3rd-degree sexual offense involving a child. Now,
oh my God, I want to kill this guy.
It only gets worse. For that offense, he only spent another 6 months in jail. And because a leopard never changes its spots, as soon as he got out, he reoffended almost immediately and landed himself back in jail.
Because he's doing like 5 minutes in jail each time.
Right, and it's like, are we seeing a pattern here?
At this point, he probably knows I'm going to get
A
slapped
slap
on the wrist. I come back out, I do the same thing, and then I come back out and like... Someone give him a fucking consequence.
Right. It's like, why? Like, you're letting him trick the system.
God.
So, like I said, he ended up in jail again. Now, this last offense was reported by a 24-year-old woman who told police that he crawled through her bedroom window in the middle of the night, and she woke up to him almost completely naked. He was wearing boxers. His clothes just scattered on the floor around him, quote, committing a sexual act over her as he watched her sleep.
What the fuck?
So essentially, over her in the middle of the night as she's sleeping.
If only she had something to cut it right off.
Cut it right out. Lorena Bobbitt, that shit.
And here it is again. I've said this before. Anybody who comes into your fucking house in the middle of the night,
crazy person,
is so beyond
unhinged,
a terrifying human person. Like, that's a daemon.
A daemon.
Like a straight up daemon, because they have no idea what they're coming into and they don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't know if they're walking into... I mean, you could have like 17 shotguns pointed at their window. They have no idea. And they don't care. They're just going to come in anyway. That's fucked.
That's the scariest. That's literally
that should
the scariest
scare the
thing.
shit out of anybody.
Home invasions scare the shit out of me.
Home invaders are some of the scariest people.
It is. We have, I'm going off track here, but we had like a maintenance team come in the other day to my apartment to like flush a water valve. I don't know. But we have like just like a regular door lock, but all of the maintenance people have the key to that. We added like what's that thing called on the top? Like a latch.
Yeah, like a chain lock.
Like a chain lock. But I was like so freaked out that anybody had just a fucking master key to my apartment.
Hate that.
I was like, joke's on you. We added another lock.
And you know what, guys? Get Simply Safe because it makes the doo-doo.
Exactly. So he broke into this girl's house and she goes to tell the police. Now, she told the police and reporters that she had met Thomas and invited him to her home actually on an occasion before this, but he got super weird and she like basically forced him to leave. And
no.
He got weird in a sexual way. It's not totally like uncovered what he said or did,
but detailed.
Right. But he, I guess, apologized a few days later, like, and for the initial thing, and they made amends. But then she woke up to him that night doing this over her.
Nope.
And like I said, she told him to get the fuck out. Now, she said she noticed later that he had cut open the screen to one window and almost completely removed the screen on another bedroom window. So this motherfucker came ready.
Scary.
Removed the screen to her bedroom window.
That is so indicative of like the scariest pathology.
Yes.
And it's like when law enforcement doesn't see this and doesn't act properly with this shit ahead of time, this is the shit that happens.
Yup, exactly.
You ignore that kind of like indicators of a really scary pathology.
A very dangerous human.
And then look at the escalation that's happening here.
Exactly. We went from...
And you could have stopped it.
Sexual offense, sexual offense, sexual offense, sexual offense. Probably, like, I don't even know how many are on this guy's rap sheet.
Yeah.
Because some of them, like, the charges were dropped because we all know how sexual offense gets
and it's like,
dealt
somebody
with.
fucking look at this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just gotta nip it before it gets this
Exactly.
bad.
Now, and here's the fucking kicker here. This last offense happened just a few months before December of 2009. So he got incarcerated again, but he posted bond and was able to get out and do this to Sarah. Because spoiler alert, obviously he's the one that took Sarah. So like the deranged animal he was, he's ready to prey on his next victim. Hello. Now,
I hate that.
I also, like I said, I want to point out that these are just the reported crimes, and I can't imagine how many other young girls were assaulted by him. The Baltimore Sun also reported that on the same day, his newborn daughter was being brought home, because this guy's a father, quote unquote.
Kidding me.
On the same day his baby girl, his brand new baby girl, was brought home, he attacked a 13-year-old girl. So clearly we're talking about a guy that will literally just stop at nothing to just wreak complete havoc on society.
And it's so much. I just want to like scream.
It is. It's a lot.
Because also like the fact that he was having a child when he's clearly a child predator is so beyond my brain capacity.
Unreal.
But then on top of that, you have a baby girl.
And she's being
that
brought
doesn't
home.
change anything about the way that you view. That alone shows you
Because that,
how deep this sickness is in him. Like, it's
crazy.
Make him go away. Like,
'Cause-
he needs to get away from society.
But that didn't work for Thomas. That's not what happened for him. Now, we've been talking about like all these people that he's assaulted, and it kind of seems like these girls are at random. But I've been saying this person knew Sarah and had a fascination with her. So how did he know Sarah?
How did he know Sarah?
He had dated her Aunt Amy.
Oh, fuck.
Now, while dating Thomas, Amy did find out that he was a registered sex offender, and she confronted him. But somehow he convinced her it was all a big mistake and that he hadn't actually done anything wrong.
Okay.
Little did Amy know there was no mistake, because Thomas's own ex-wife knew that he was dangerous. She divorced him 3 years earlier and had a restraining order put out against him to not only protect herself, but their daughter, because she reported to the court that one night their daughter was like super, super sick. And for some reason, Thomas was pissed off that she was sick. And she said that after punching a wall, he told her he was going to kill her. And that if she took any legal action against him, he would also kill her.
Okay.
So,
When you bring a person into a home with children, if it comes up that they're, a sexual, a rapist,
yeah.
and they tell you no, it's just a big misunderstanding, go find out if it is a big misunderstanding.
Do a little more
you can
research
find some stuff
for yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, don't bring a rapist into a house with children.
No.
I think that's a pretty good thing to say. I'm sure someone's going to yell at me about that, but I think that's a pretty generalized good rule of thumb.
Because no matter what mistake somebody claims was made, if they're a registered sex offender, do not keep them in your life if you're around young children.
Yeah, you can't.
Exactly.
And that's just reality.
And here's the deal. The ex-wife was actually granted the restraining order while he was out on parole for sexual assault.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, he's a web of sexual assault.
Hi, it's really hard to get a fucking restraining order, so the fact that she was granted one goes to show this is a dangerous dude.
It's true, he is.
It's ridiculous.
And he's got plenty of rap sheet to back it up.
Oh yeah, there was no mistake made at all, because the first assault that landed him on the sex offender registry in general was a sexual assault made on a 12-year-old girl in 1997.
Honestly, fuck this guy. Like, fuck this guy.
So this girl had been with her friends at a haunted house where they met Thomas, who at the time was 18, and he was like volunteering on like the trail to like scare people. Now he spent the rest of the night hanging out with these girls.
12-year-old.
18 and he's hanging out with 11 and 12-year-old girls, because some of them were 11.
Good.
Now, it kind of sounds like it was like a camping place or something, because he spent the rest of the night with them there, like playing cards. So I don't know if it was like a camp or something like that. But he stayed up with them, and one of the girls was like specifically very shy, and her friends were like, oh, it seems like he likes you. Like, I guess they were
guys.
Whatever. But they went off and they like left their friend with Thomas, and she's 12. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't even want to say in detail what he did to this girl.
No.
But the girl was sexually assaulted, and her parents found out shortly after by reading her diary, because she wrote about it in her diary. She was like completely traumatized. Now, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison for this. 4 years. Okay.
I'm sorry. Like, this is so fucked.
And yet again,
Somebody goes to prison for like ever for like having like an ounce of weed on them.
Right.
And this guy raped a 12-year-old.
Right.
And he's in prison for 4 years. That's fucked.
Exactly. And I should say he didn't necessarily rape her. I just don't want anybody to get mad and say I said the wrong thing.
But he sexually assaulted a 12-year-old.
A 12-year-old. Like, come on. Now, again, I said he was sentenced to 4 years, out in a matter of months, because the system was so fucked at the time.
It's so fucked up.
Now, that first offense that he pled guilty to happened just 4 days before Sarah was born. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God.
And I should point out the Baltimore Sun. That's where I found that.
Oh, I hate
which
that.
I was like, wow. Now, so we're back to present day. Police go out to Thomas's address just a few miles away from Sarah's house. A few miles. And they knock on the front door of the home. But it turns out that the home they were at was actually his parents' house. And do you want to know where he lived?
I'm shocked.
He lived in a shed on their property.
Ugh.
Like, if you live in a shed, that's totally fine. I bet it's super chic. But this guy's shed was disgusting.
And you know what? He's doesn't deserve a shed.
He doesn't even deserve a shed. He doesn't even deserve a box.
He doesn't deserve shelter.
So they head out toward the shed, the police, and they took him in for questioning. They later searched the shed and found it to be filled with pornographic material like magazine and films. And all the investigators said that being there made their skin crawl. But even when they left, they still felt like so fucked up by being there. Like they were like, there was something like completely like just horrible about this place.
Yeah, this guy's fucked.
So Thomas was completely unemotional during his questioning. You can actually go see it on the Crime Watch Daily, the little video I mentioned, and I can post the link to it. But he was super unemotional, super uncooperative. He told the detective, "I've been dealing with this shit for the past 10 years."
Oh, you've been dealing with it.
Exactly. I'm like,
You poor fucking little baby.
oh, I literally wrote, "Oh, I'm sorry that you're a revolting, vile man and people are angry about it."
I'm so sorry that you traumatizing children all over the fucking town is something you're dealing with.
How hard that must be for you. Oh,
Oh my god.
like, fuck off.
Can we all line up and punch this fucker in the face?
Yeah, punch Thomas Legs in the face. It's like punch a Myra Hindley supporter. Just punch
a
Thomas
Myra
Legs.
Myra
right in the
Hindley
face.
supporter, punch a Thomas Legs in the face.
Seriously, punch all of them. So he said he tried to be, quote, very cautious with the girls. I don't be alone with them, so I can't make mistakes.
You're disgusting.
I don't be alone with them.
You're disgusting.
He also provided an alibi for that night, saying that he was at a bar with his friend until 1 a.m. that morning. So that statement might have been true. He very well could have been at a bar
but it's
until
like,
1 a.m.
Leaves the entire rest of the night, though.
Literally the entire night.
Fucking idiot.
And nobody, not even his own parents, could account for where he was between the hours of 1 and 7 a.m.
Oh, God.
So where's your alibi for that time? Okay.
Oh, God.
Now, when the detective asked
this.
why Emma specifically would have said that he was in the bedroom that night, he said he basically called her a troublemaker and said she was always doing, quote, odd little things.
Oh, that 6-year-old?
She's such a troublemaker.
Oh, my God.
He's calling her a liar.
A fucking 6-year-old.
When you know what you did to her sister and you know that you were in that fucking room that night, you're going to call her a liar?
And you know, and again, he knows he's traumatized even this 6-year-old child who had to witness this entire thing and had to hold that shit in her fucking
He probably loves that though, because it's
he loves it.
It's assault adjacent.
Yeah, he loves that he's able to keep this assault happening from afar.
Exactly. Now, he also claimed that it had been a month since he had been to Amy's home. But, like, that was super weird because the police went out there and they found the exact same tire marks that matched his tires in the snow.
Oh, weird.
Super weird that he hadn't been there in a month.
Yeah, it's so weird, this thing like forensics.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's also super weird that once they got inside that 2003 Dodge pickup, Sarah's missing green toothbrush was there next to a lollipop on the floorboards.
I want to kill him.
Yeah, super weird that you haven't been there in a month.
Fucking lollipop, you
lollipop.
disgusting fucking troll.
I know. That for
fuck this guy.
For some reason that the lollipop, I was just like,
that's the classic like,
here's some candy.
oh god,
it's disgusting.
like the kid catcher in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Like he's that disgusting
So scary.
predator.
Like,
He's a fucking cliche, a parody of a predator.
he is.
It's disgusting.
Oh my god.
I'm so angry. I
No,
hate this
it's
so much.
horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So obviously the police have their guy, but they still need to find Sarah because they're still holding on to hope that she's still alive because this fucker isn't telling them anything.
Yeah.
Hope they're thinking it's not promising, but everyone's super hopeful that they're going to get her home in time for Christmas. Like you have to hold on to some hope or else I don't know how you get
What
through
do you
your day.
have?
So the county sheriff, Mike Lewis, said this was his most difficult case in his 35 years of law
Oh,
enforcement.
I believe it.
He said it did show like a different side of people though, because people were coming out in massive numbers to find Sarah. And when she hadn't been found by Christmas, people gave up their Christmas celebrations just to search for her.
Oh, I love that.
So her mom, Jennifer, told Crime Watch, it literally took my breath away. They didn't care that it was freezing. They didn't care that they had Christmas with their families. Now,
Wow.
the command post actually had to be relocated to a local baseball stadium because so
Wow.
many people were coming to help.
It's like the worst side of humanity and the best side of
I know.
humanity all in one.
Over 300,000 people came to look for her.
Holy shit.
And actually, I'm not going to say this person's name because they didn't say whether I should or not, but one of our listeners suggested this case and actually worked passing out waters to
Oh my
volunteers.
God.
Yeah, so she
Wow.
like gave up her Christmas that day
Wow,
and searched
good
for
on
their
you.
family. And
High
I think she was
five.
10 at the time.
Oh my God, high five to you
I
as
know.
an adult and you as a 10-year-old.
I know. So the police were able to use cell data from Thomas's phone to see if they could narrow down a search area, kind of like in the Sidney Loof case that we just
Cell
did.
phone pings, man.
I fucking love
Thank
a good
goodness
cell
we're
phone
all
ping.
addicted to our cell phones.
I know. And this was in 2009. So
Yeah.
that was really cool. And they were able to triangulate a location based off of 3 towers that his cell phone had pinged off of. So they searched all day long. And unfortunately, but also fortunately, right around 4:00 in the afternoon, they found Sarah's body. It's going to get, like I said, I already gave a trigger warning at the beginning of this, but I'm going to give a second one just because of the way that her body was found.
I'm not happy that I'm listening to this.
I know this is probably not for you, but
Okay.
so
here.
Mike Lewis described how her little body was found right on the Delaware-Maryland state line. It was found on Lily Lane, which is like a little road, and I guess it's like 60 feet into the woods, according to Chilling Crimes. Quote, she was laying on her back with her little arms reached out to the sky, to heaven, her fist clenched. She had been kidnapped, raped, and choked. Thomas attempted to drown her in a mud puddle, but that did not work. So, and they found this out because mud and debris were later found in her lungs during an autopsy. Thomas left her there when that didn't work to go get gasoline, came back to burn the body. Allegedly, he thought that Sarah was already dead, but the autopsy later showed smoke inhalation, meaning that she was still alive when he lit her on fire.
So she was breathing on her own fumes.
Exactly. And DNA linked him to Sarah in a number of ways. Her pajama fibers that she was wearing that night were left on the passenger side of his truck. So he sat there and tried to say that he didn't do this. It's like, then why is her toothbrush found in your car? Why is a lollipop with her DNA found in your car? Why is pajama fibers that belong to her in your car? How are you going to explain
her
that?
Christmas pajamas.
No, this is the most appalling. This is fucked up and disgusting.
Oh, God.
He was still wearing the same underwear when he was brought in for questioning, and Sarah's DNA was found in that underwear. The same underwear.
Put me in a fucking room with him
Seriously.
and give me a chainsaw.
Like, what?
What a vile
Monster. An absolute monster. Now, the sheriff said, quote, if there was ever a case that screamed for the death penalty, it was this case. It was the brutal kidnapping and brutal murder and brutal destruction of this little girl's body that had screamed for the death penalty.
100%.
This man deserved to die.
Yes.
You actually mentioned something to me because I told you a little bit about this. Normally Elena and I don't tell each other about the cases that we're going to do, but I wanted to make sure it was okay with her that I did
which
this.
I appreciate.
No problem. But you mentioned something to me when I told you about how the body was found.
Oh, yeah.
Because her arms were like up and fists like stretched toward the sky, and you explained to me why that happens.
Yeah, that's often referred to as like boxer's pose, and it's
Yeah.
how people know that like there was an attempt to light someone on fire. Because oftentimes when a body is lit on fire, your hands will go into boxer's pose. It's just this like phenomenon that happens.
Yeah.
So as soon as you had told me like her hands were in I immediately was like, was she lit on fire?
Yeah.
And you were like, holy shit, she was. And it's like, that's what it
yeah.
is. It's called like boxer stance or boxer pose. or
Which
something
I had
like
never
that.
heard of. And researching this whole thing, I never
Yeah.
saw that like mentioned once.
Well, and the thought that she was partially drowned and then left alone
Yeah.
out there,
Yeah.
like in whatever state she was, is
it's very reminiscent of the Polly Klaas case.
It is.
Because you think of Polly, I believe she was in the trunk at one point when like he was being detained, right?
yeah, it was like it was just there was a lot of weird. And this also reminds me, and it's a case we're going to be covering soon, actually.
Yeah.
The Shanda Scherer case where she was lit on fire and
still
she was
alive.
clearly alive because the same thing, they found evidence of it in her lungs.
And was she found in the boxer's pose, do you know?
I believe she was in like a fetal position.
Okay.
But I think her arms were curled up too, because I think she was on her side, like in a
okay.
fetal position. But I think her hands were curled up,
And
like in the
fists.
boxer pose.
It's weird like what your body does.
In her
nightmarish.
Christmas pajamas.
In her Christmas
this
pajamas.
little baby in her Christmas pajamas.
Like 3 days before Christmas. And
Like,
is
I
found
know
on Christmas Day.
everybody doesn't agree with the death penalty, and that's totally fine.
Oh,
Again, we've always said we're
in
in the
a
middle,
gray
that it's a
area.
gray area. This to
guy,
me,
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
yeah.
So he was facing the death penalty, but yet again, he lucked out because he was granted a plea deal. Now, normally, I would be really pissed off about that, but I'll explain in a minute why it
Better
wasn't.
be a good one.
It is. Now, he received 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. 1 for first-degree murder, 1 for first-degree sexual offense, and then an additional 30 years for kidnapping, an additional 20 years for burglary.
Okay.
I believe the burglary, I don't know if that was Sarah's case. I think that might have, because remember, he got out on bond for the case with the 24-year-old. I think that might have been applicable to that case.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm pretty sure he didn't steal anything other than Sarah from the house. But so like he got a lot of time, thank God. And like I said, no possibility for parole.
So he'll be in there forever.
Yes.
And honestly, that's almost better. Not because I think he's going to have to think about what he did, because he doesn't give a shit.
No.
Like, that's not one of those cases where it's like, you have to live with what you've done.
Think
'Cause
about it.
He doesn't give a shit. That
And
doesn't work.
We
But
don't
it's-
want him to think about it either.
It's the fact that he can't do it.
Exactly.
That's the fact that makes me happy, because that motherfucker needs to do it to
yeah.
survive. So it's somewhat comforting to me that it's like killing him,
can't.
that he can't.
And as we all know, and I will get into that actually in a second, sexual offenders of like children
They don't
not
do great.
well in prison.
No. Love that prison hierarchy.
Now, first, I want to explain why I'm like happy that the plea deal was brought into play. It was made so that Emma wouldn't have to testify in court. Because
That I love.
And I guess like to this day, or at least to the day that the Crime Watch Daily was filmed, she hadn't said what was said in that room. Like she won't talk about what he was saying to Sarah.
That hurts me even more.
Yeah.
Because it's like that poor little thing.
Oh, yeah.
Has that inside of her.
Exactly.
You know, that's a lot of, that's some heavy shit to hold on to.
Really heavy.
I hope she's been able to like talk to someone,
Get some kind of counseling.
like a therapist about it, a psychiatrist about it, just to get it out.
Yeah, 'cause
somebody
that
who
shit-
doesn't need to go anywhere else because he's in prison. So
Right.
it's like, but just get it out.
Because that shit will live in your nervous system.
I
For
just
like,
don't want her to have that.
That's like a whole different kind of trauma.
Yeah, that's a whole different kind of assault.
It is, absolutely. Well, it's literally, like I said, assault adjacent.
Yeah.
So that plea deal was made so she wouldn't have to testify in court. And then they also didn't think that they were going to really get the death penalty, unfortunately, because
It's tough.
the governor at the time was actually working to get it like off the
Abolished.
table,
Yeah.
abolished. Exactly.
And it's a hard thing to get because, again, we've always said we can see both sides.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
easy to like passionately be like, kill him, because like obviously I want to kill him with my bare hands.
Yeah.
But there's obviously been other times where it's been a mistake.
Right.
So it's a really hard thing to have like a
like a concrete
kudos to
stance
you
on.
if you have a full like concrete stance on it, because I just waver so much.
I do too.
And for this one, I do like
The
I
death
can
penalty.
get down. I can get down though with this like life in prison without parole.
Me too, because also I think this is somebody that has been shown by the legal system that he wasn't going to get much time. So he was probably fucking shocked when they were like, oh yeah, you're never getting out.
You're never getting
You're
out.
not even going to get a chance at a parole
Like
hearing.
this isn't one of those you're going to be on good behavior for a couple months and get
No.
out to do this again.
Nope. And like I said, you're also not going to do well in jail.
No.
Now, Thomas Leggs was attacked almost immediately
Good.
by a fellow inmate, like I said, pretty quickly once he arrived in
Awesome.
prison. He was slashed 3 times in the neck,
Amazing.
hands and head with a homemade weapon while he was eating in the dining hall.
Get it.
So this motherfucker was just trying to eat up some oatmeal and he got
Good.
He got got.
He got.
None of his injuries, unfortunately, were too serious.
It's kind of awesome though.
It is.
Just keep hurting him.
Yeah, it's fine. Just have at it.
That's honestly what
And
he
you
deserves.
know, that was just like, welcome. This is just the
Hello.
beginning of what you're going to go through.
Welcome to prison, Thomas.
So some good did come out of this fucking nightmare. It really shook the system and people realized that there was a lot of work that needed to be done regarding how we handle sexual assault and sex offender cases. Because somehow he just slipped through the cracks time and time again.
And no one was seeing the escalation that was occurring.
No, because again, now I'm going to tell you one woman's story, and she was actually encouraged not to even say in court that this guy was a sex offender.
What the fuck?
So this woman, Patty Rothwell, told the Baltimore Sun, I got a lot of information from this article too, quote, "This little girl would be here today if the system hadn't failed in this case."
Yeah.
So Patty's daughter had been subjected to Thomas Leggs when they lived next door to him. Their daughter and her friends one day were just like sitting on the porch, and Thomas came up to her and just started talking to her and all these like little girls on the porch.
Do you know how old they were? Or did it not say?
I believe they were, I don't.
But either way.
But they were young.
They were young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the daughter and her friends, like I said, they're sitting on the porch, and he walks up and he goes, quote, "I've watched you playing in your yard and I can tell you're a wild one."
Playing. I
Playing.
watched you playing.
Because you're a child.
In your yard. Because you are a child.
Yep, and you're a wild one. That just sends like the ickies throughout my whole entire body.
Oh my God, I just want to take a bath.
Well, he then grabbed something off the porch and hit the girl on the butt with it, and then, quote, spanked her right as he finished that creepy ass statement. So he's like saying it, and then he hits her on the butt with something and then slaps her butt.
I honestly give this woman so much credit, because after finding that out,
Oh, yeah.
I would have literally murdered him with my bare hands.
On my property, yes.
Like, I would have gone to his home and murdered him with my bare hands.
Yeah. So Patty's daughter like runs inside to tell her mom what's going on. And Patty realized that she had seen this guy before. She's like, he looks super familiar. Because when they moved there, she looked at like the sex offender registry, like, because you can see sex offenders in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's where she recognized him from. So that event, the events of that day later went to court, and he was found not guilty on all 3 counts that he was facing. And it was because Patty was encouraged not to mention during the trial that he was a sex offender.
What?
This is a sexual offense, sexual assault case, and you're not allowed
That's
to say that he's a sex
insane.
offender?
That's insane.
Because people were worried that he wouldn't get a fair trial.
Oh, come.
It's like, if anything, the trial isn't fair because you're withholding information about this person's
Exactly.
character and what they're capable of.
Like, come on.
It's unreal. Now,
Also, the sex offender, like, being able to see it in your neighborhood is
I know.
a very good tool when you're moving to a new neighborhood.
Oh, so
Obviously,
scary.
there's not a lot you can do about it, but it's like, it gives you the information.
well, and it can factor into if you're
And
going to get that house or not.
Knowledge is power. So it's just, you should know where they live.
Seriously. Now, a county state's attorney said, quote, "Many sex offenders are masters of manipulation. They dress well, they're articulate, and the only witness is a minor. These are different kinds of cases, and they should be handled differently."
Yes.
And at the time, they weren't. But after Sarah was murdered, 84 new bills were introduced by legislatures after.
Good.
So Sarah's Law was passed.
Oh.
Now, Sarah's Law mandates all child sex offenders in Maryland to serve a minimum of 15 years with no possibility of parole.
Good.
Requires lifetime parole supervision for offenders who have been convicted of sexual abuse to a child younger than 12.
Good.
And life in prison is now the maximum penalty for offenders who commit certain categories of sex crimes against children younger than 13.
Good.
So a lot of good came from
Did
this
come out of this.
horrific, unfortunate
And in
nightmare.
her name.
And in Sarah's name. Sarah's mom, I'm going to end this by a quote from her mom. She says, "She's everywhere. I don't think anybody will forget about her."
Oh, fuck.
I know. And her grave, you know, the
That's just
Find a
like-
Grave memorial
Yeah.
thing? I went to look at it. And her grave is engraved with a photo of her. And it says, "Our Christmas angel, never forgotten."
Fuck. And you know, Christmas must be...
Every single day, that's the anniversary that your 11-year-old baby was found.
was stolen from her
Brutalized.
bed in the middle of the night.
Yup.
From someone she knew. And then
3 days before Christmas.
That-
3 days.
honestly fucks me up.
Oh my God. But I wanted to tell this case because I wanted to tell you, you can live your life however you'd like, but don't leave a spare key. And don't
Yeah.
if you do want to leave your spare key, you and like your partner should know where it is. And that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
Like, because why did he know that was there?
That's the thing. Why did he know?
Why? Unless maybe he was like just looking.
Maybe he was just searching around. And sometimes people don't think of the fact that like under like a planter and shit is
So
the first
obvious.
place people are gonna look.
Or like in your mailbox.
Or like
That's
one of those
super obvious.
fake rocks and shit. Like don't do it.
No.
And honestly, get Simply Safe because it's awesome.
Oh my God. Get Simply
Because
Safe.
you know what? If you open the door, even with a key and that alarm is on, you have to disarm that alarm before, and you have like less than a minute.
Exactly.
So that shit would have been like ding, 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 and the whole house would have heard it.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
It's scary.
I'm just saying. I like that is one thing that a security system.
Oh, it makes you feel so at
the
peace.
comfort level it brings is beyond.
This is not an ad.
It's really not. It's just like, it honestly is like the only thing that really gives me peace of mind.
Well, and it could prevent things like this, you know? I mean, it just can.
It can scare away, you know, a number of people trying to get in your house. That can scare them away. Of course, there's always going to be the mad
one
ones
person
that like go.
But look
just
at
don't
this
give a
case.
shit, but
This woman locked all the doors, locked all the windows, like, and said she was like, I do this every night. Like, I triple check. Like, I'm taking care of these kids.
Sometimes it's not enough.
But
if there's like an alarm or something, at least it will.
It's like a double security.
You know, at least it will wake the house up.
Exactly.
And it, in most cases, will alert the police to come to your house. Mm-hmm. So
this case was just so sad. I know.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Seriously.
Oh my.
So yeah, I'm gonna post some pictures of. Oh, she's like the cutest little thing.
Oh, she's like a sweet baby angel.
Like so sweet.
Like that's taken right from Georgia, from My Favorite Murder's mouth.
A sweet baby angel.
But that's truly what
it encompasses. Exactly who she is.
That phrase was created by her for like cases like this.
And I'm gonna post pictures of Thomas because that's how the Instagram works.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm not kidding you, because I researched this like late one night, like into the night.
I can't read these things at night.
It's really hard. I ended up having a lot of nightmares that night.
When
I'm not
it's
even
stuff
kidding.
like this, I can't do it.
Ever since we started this podcast, I don't talk about it a lot, but I do get way more nightmares than I used to.
Because it like festers.
It does.
You know?
But they like put pictures throughout articles, and just like passing through his face at like midnight, I was like, oh my God, get off my computer screen. I fucking hate you.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
So terrifying.
I hope he is having a miserable existence.
I hope every single one of his toenails is ingrown.
And you know what? I hope he lives a very long life.
Oh, me too. 100%.
You know, stay healthy.
And
Thomas,
this is probably not okay to say, but like, here I am. I literally hope that like the inmates make it the worst possible experience for him.
Oh no,
I hope they beat the shit out of him every single day.
It's like Jeffrey Dahmer. It's just like, well,
it just has to happen.
Yeah, it's just sometimes the universe just takes over, and this is one of those things. Because
Called
at first
karma.
I was like, give him the death penalty, and now I'm like, actually,
wait a second.
no, it actually worked out.
Yeah.
It actually worked out okay.
Ugh,
So that was terrible.
Disgusting human being. So yeah, I don't really know how to transition to this, but you can
really
follow
no
us
good way.
on Instagram.
At Morbid Podcast.
Hit us up on Twitter.
At a Morbid Podcast.
Send us a Gmail.
morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep it
weird. I don't know. I just got really stressed
That's
out.
okay. Thank you for joining me. I liked the solidarity at the end of the episode.
My brain just like...
Did you see my eyes?
You were like...
I was like, bitch, what
why
are you doing?
saying it with me?
That's okay. We needed to be together in that
we
moment.
did. I needed to hang on to you for
I
a
got
minute.
you. So, but not so weird that this happens.
Yeah.
I don't want to do one right now.
Too weird.
All right, bye.
Bye.